everybody. Pastor Deb here. This last week, I had some time to sit with a friend of mine who's one of our parishioners in her mid-80s. And we got to talking about how God is like light. We know from quantum theory of physics that light travels both in waves and in packets. And she said to me that it makes her think about God because God is both movement and something stationary for us to latch onto. God is both action, like a verb, like loving, caring, and a noun, like love itself. And it reminded me of something that I'd read years and years ago. I think when I was a teenager and I was reading some ideas about how the universe was formed and what that had to do with human souls. And one of the ideas that I read, and I don't know who first came up with it, maybe it's universal, is that at the moment of the Big Bang, when the universe was created and all of these packets or parcels of light, these sparks were sent out into the universe, that those sparks are what became the part of God that is inside us, our soul, those sparks. And some were flung way away from the source, way away from God, and some were just right near God. But that all of us spend all of our lifetime, or they believed multiple lifetimes, trying to get back to the source, trying to get back to God. And I've always appreciated that outlook on science and religion, because it makes sense to me. I know that I feel something inside me that's beyond me, that I think is the essence of God that is inside each one of us. That's what connects us, whether we're Christian or Jewish or Muslim or Baha'i or Zoroastrian or Hindu, whatever we are. There is that part of us that is divine, that connects us all. And I happen to relate to that through this Palestinian Jew who was named Jesus of Nazareth. He's my mentor and teacher, my guru. He'd be called a guru in another tradition. But anyway, I've been thinking about how that lives inside of us, and that whenever we do something that is of God, of love, for instance, whether it's saying thank you for some gift that we've been given, or doing something nice for someone else, or praying, or whatever it is that we're doing, that part of us kind of gets a little bigger. It starts to glow a little. Think about the Grinch, whose heart was so small until he learned to love, and then it sort of exploded in the Dr. Seuss book. That's how I feel about God inside of me. And I wondered if any of you ever felt that way too. So when I was thinking about this and praying about it this week, the picture that kept coming back to my mind was of E.T., the movie. Do you remember that? The Steven Spielberg movie from quite a long time ago. And the extraterrestrial, the E.T., who was in it, had this light that glowed inside him. And it got stronger as he got closer to Elliot, the little boy who loved him. So anyway, I offer that up today to think about how can we help our heart light to grow? What are the things that we do today that help our heart light or someone else's heart light to grow? I think every time we lash out at somebody, we probably maybe diminish or dim how their light appears in the world. That's not a good thing. But every time that we help somebody else's heart light to grow, then it's of God, and I think it's a great thing. So think about that. Go off. Have a great day. We'll talk later. But for right now, keep the heart light growing. Okay? Bye for now.